I was on a train in India. I was just leaving Chitrakoot, which is this kind of jungle place where Hanuman and Ram were supposed to have hung out, and it's a really sacred place, especially to sadhus. So there's a sadhu friend that I hang out with there that some of you guys know, Sham Sundar Das Baba, and I was doing these different breathing exercises that he taught me, breathing in through one nostril at a time, and doing mantra meditation, and I was getting to all these far out deep places. And I had this experience where I got to a place where I had no thoughts at all. I had no thoughts. And this whole time I was just sitting there thinking, like, I was mind blown at how empty everything was. I was just like, oh my God, man, this, like, I'm really doing it. I'm meditating right now. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh my God, this meditation works. Like, what Shamsundar Das Baba taught me is working. All of a sudden I start busting out laughing because I was the whole time I was thinking, this whole time I was thinking about how much I was not thinking. And it was so funny for a second to just get thrown into this cosmic joke that after that, a real transcendent experience happened. A real moment of like an epiphany happened at that moment, and it just happened for a split second. But when I realized that I was thinking about how good my meditation is, and how, wow, I can't believe I'm not thinking, it brought me to the moment. Because, I mean, that's kind of what the point of meditation is to singulate yourself away from the distractions and to be present, to be mindful. And we think of these spiritual moments, these enlightening epiphanous moments, they sort of hit us like a Buddhist quote or like levitation or something like that. But to me, what I found in my life is that these spontaneous moments of realization are always, it's a cosmic joke. It reminds me of like the higher self is playing hide and go seek, or losing itself in some fake persona that we call the ego, that we take on, this role that we take on. And it's like the role, it's like your higher self takes the mask off real quick, and it makes a funny face at you, and it makes you laugh, and you're like, duh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew, like, I can't be anywhere other than present. Like, I'm spending so much time trying to be here now, and I'm like, how can I be anywhere other than now? How can you not be here now? And it was just, it doesn't make any sense, but in the moment it was a really enlightening experience for me. So after the cosmic giggle, I just stared out the window and sort of traced the world as it flew past, and really lost myself, you know? I really lost myself in a deep meditation, just staring out the window. And it was all sort of because of this little funny moment I had with myself. And in Hinduism, they call this Leela, where it's this sort of game that you go through, like an adventure you go through, to where it wakes you up. Like, you have to play out this little game in order to realize something. It's called Leela. It's the divine play. It's having to realize you're thinking about not thinking in order to, you know, bring yourself to a completely mindful place. And it's a paradox, and it doesn't make sense, but these are the moments that I found in my life that are the most enlightening, kind of, in a way. Like, I always think about how I travel to these places. I go to India, I go to like Mexico or wherever, you know, I'm always constantly seeking something. And the moments when I feel fulfilled, when I find what I'm seeking, it's never in the cave trying to find the guy that's doing yoga, or it's never on the mountaintop or anything like that. It's always in the most humble, simple moments of just connecting with a moment, being present, or being with another person, and just like a normal person, you know? Like I spend so much time trying to find these sadhus that have deep spiritual practices. And then like I always think of this guy Jose I met when I was in Mexico. And Jose's just a farmer, can't speak no English. I can hardly speak Spanish. We didn't really communicate other than through sign language and smiles. And I was sitting there eating dinner with his family, and none of us could talk to each other. And it was such a spiritually fulfilling moment for me, where it was just like so human and so beautiful. Like I'm always trying to get away from my humanness and trying to transcend. Like you know, we think of spirituality as being like getting out of our humanness, but there's something really profound and something really beautiful and something really in tune about just sharing, eating food with another person. You know, it might not sound deep to some of you guys watching this, but that's something I learned traveling around. Is just like I'm looking for all these enlightening moments when they're always right in front of my face. It's not the destination that's the enlightening part. It's not getting to the mountaintop where the sadhu and the Buddha is meditating. It's the whole adventure. It's all the little. It's the villager that points you and says it's that way. You know, that's the real teacher right there. You know, the teacher is the whole thing. It's not the destination. The whole thing is the teacher, and we're so concerned and obsessed with the destination that we ignore the true essence of spirituality is just found eternally here, right now in front of us, this conversation. It's not someplace you have to reach. And that's something I've really realized about traveling all around trying to invoke spirituality or something like this. I have some notes that I wrote down from that day when I was in India, and I just never, while I was going through my notes, that's what inspired me to make this video. And I just want to read to you what I wrote down after experiencing this. On a train in India, this is what I realized. The universe is creation. You are the universe. Every moment you breathe, creation. Meditation is about aligning with creation. When you align with creation, you flow with the current instead of swimming against it. And we all know this, right? We all know that when we align with this is basically what my realization was. Basically what my realization was is that meditation is not about like meditating in a position, doing some weird hand things. And what meditation is about aligning with the creation. And we all know this. We might not think we know this because we get so lost in concepts and we think meditation is this or that based on what these spiritual traditions have told us it is. But I'm here to shatter that. I'm here to remind you that you have been meditating profoundly since you were a child, specifically when you were a child. So, okay, I'm going to read this again. The universe is creation. The universe is creation. You are the universe because you are the creation of the universe. Every moment you breathe creation. Meditation is about aligning to what you are. It's about connecting to what you are, connecting to the universe, connecting to God, whatever you want to call it. Creation. When you align with creation, you flow with the current instead of swimming against it. So when you meditate, when you can align yourself to creativity, then it's like that moment where like an artist is on stage and they're singing and they come back and they're like, that wasn't even me. I don't even know where I was for those moments. I lost myself in the moment. I think when we are kids, we do the same thing. Think about when you're drawing in a room. When you're in your room and you're drawing a picture, you lose yourself completely. You lose yourself completely. You completely are mindful, invested in the moment. You are aligned. I think this is what meditation is. And when I started thinking about meditation in this way, it really helped me meditate. And this is a realization I had from that cosmic giggle, is that like meditation is not like this idea that we think it is. Meditation is drawing as a kid, losing yourself in the creation. That is meditation. That's the state that all these yogis are trying to achieve through silence or through mantra or through breath work. They're trying to achieve what the kids, what children, what we've all been doing since we were kids. Losing ourselves in the flow state. The state of pure creative potential where it's just flowing out of us. We're just being creation. We're not attached to some kind of illusion of permanence. We're just allowing things to change. We're allowing things to morph, to blossom, to grow, and to expand. Well, that's what the universe is doing. And that's what we did when we were kids making art. I think this is the secret of the artist. This is the secret of the artist. This is why concerts and music and dancing, this is why they all work the same way. They all bring you to this flow state. That's why shamanic drumming is considered spiritual. Shamanic dance, you know, like when you think about these cultures dancing with this trance-like drum beat, and they're dancing around a fire. You know, these things are ancestral spiritual tools that are being echoed and expressed in a modern kind of way, in which we call a concert or something. You know, when you're losing yourself in this art, in this creative expression, we lose ourselves in it. I mean, we've all been to a concert. We've all lost ourselves in a performance. We've all lost ourselves in drawing a picture. This is what I think meditation is. And I guess that's what this point of this video is that, like, what we think meditation is, well, I don't want to say it's wrong, but this is a new way to view meditation. Like, I really think of Beyonce concerts, where it's just these flashing lights, movement, sound. That's what the universe is doing. The universe is sound, light, movement, momentum, creation, art, beauty, destruction. And that's what we are. That's what when we get to the core of who we are, that's what we are. We are both creative, we're destructive. Well, destruction implies something new. It implies creativity. So it's kind of heads and tails of the same coin. But what I'm trying to say is that what am I trying to say? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of, I was going through my notes, and I had the inspiration to turn the camera on and start talking. And so I'm a little jumbled. But what's my point? My point is that it's a cosmic giggle. It's a giant laugh. And we shouldn't take it so serious, because it's been right in front of our faces this whole time. You know? Children, if we just paid attention to what we knew as kids, before we started taking on all these identities and roles, then we would be the yogis that we're trying to become now. The problem is that we're trying to become. When we were kids, we didn't have to become anything. We drew because we knew we had to, because we were closer to God, we were closer to the universe, we were closer to creation. We didn't lose ourselves so much yet in the distractions of who we think we should be. We were just being authentic. And I think that's what yoga is being authentic. It's connecting. That's what yoga means. It means connection. So, yeah. I don't know. I hope there was something interesting in this video, because I've been talking for like 20 minutes now and I don't really know what I said. That's it. If you would like to support me or this YouTube channel, you can head over and buy yourself a t-shirt at stayhappystayweird.com. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DakotaWins. Ooh, my stomach's growling. Can you hear that? I'm going to go try to find some food. And, yeah.